Hello and welcome to this 10-minute legs and core Pilates session. I'm so glad you're here. I have a great workout prepared for you today. Let's go ahead and take our starting position in tabletop, opening wide through the knees. We'll be shifting our hips back and down, settling into child's pose for a moment. Slowly coming out of child's pose, shifting your weight onto your forearms, followed by your palms, flexing through the feet, bringing yourself into a wide stance plank position. Keeping those feet and hands where they are as we bend through the knee and head back into child's pose. And I do apologize in advance for the focusing issues that my camera appears to be having for the first minute or so. I'll be troubleshooting that for next time. Again, we're shifting our weight from the forearms to the palms, another wide stance plank position. Beautiful. Drop those knees, relax those feet, child's pose once more. Warming up the shoulders, the hips, getting everything ready. One final plank as our knees come off the ground. Holding strong, shoulders are stacked above the wrists. And bending the knees, relaxing the feet. And we're heading into our next exercise, which will take place on our sides in a side plank position. Both legs are extended in line with the body, and I'm going to be bringing my top leg in front of my bottom leg, planting that foot just below the knee as I begin lifting and lowering through those adductor muscles of the inner thigh. Keeping my torso still, lifting on the exhale, lowering on the inhale, patterning this movement with your breath. You're doing a wonderful job. Keep that torso still. Lift and lower with control. Pick a height that's doable yet challenging, and one that you can move well. Last lift and lower before extending that top leg parallel to the ground, taking it forward and backward from corner to corner into leg rainbows, moving through the hip joint. These rainbows can be as big or as small as you'd like to make them, as long as we're moving with control and precision. We're hanging out here for a few more. You can always rest and rejoin when you're ready. We're here for 4 and 3. Last 2. Final 1. Stacking those legs on top of each other. Hooking my back foot to my calf as I come into lateral flexion for a rebound stretch before making our way to the other side. The setup is the same. Elbow is stacked under the shoulder. Legs are in line with the body. My top leg comes in front, planting that foot just under the knee. And on my next exhale, lifting and lowering through that extended leg. And heading into our final lift and lower of this extended leg before extending my top leg and heading into those leg rainbows, starting with that forward motion and taking it back from corner to corner. Checking in with your breath, making sure we're breathing deeply. As we move our leg forward and backward, we have a few more leg rainbows left. Hang in there, you're doing great. Heading into our final reps of leg rainbows, we're almost there. Bring it forward once more before stacking those legs one on top of the other. Coming over for a nice lateral flexion stretch before we'll position ourselves for our next movement. Let's go ahead and take the long side of our mat, slowly lowering yourself down with bent knees, planting those feet close to the hips. As we prepare for our next exercise, arms will come down at your sides. Settling in, give yourself a moment, and on your next exhale, we'll be tilting that pelvis backward and lifting through the lower back, middle back, and wedging yourself between your shoulders, driving through the heels. Arms come back and forth as we hold and maintain this strong glute bridge position. Bringing those arms back and forth for one final repetition. Arms come down, take a breath at the top, and on your next exhale, slowly lower your spine back down onto the mat in reverse, keeping that pelvis tilted backward till the very end. Give yourself a little rebound breath at the bottom. We're heading back into a glute bridge on your next exhale, slowly lifting your lower back and middle back off of the mat, holding that strong bridge, and rather than bringing the arms back and forth, we're kicking out that leg, dorsiflexing through the foot, which means bringing the top of the foot towards the shin, creating some tension in the posterior chain. As we work hard to keep this glute bridge position as we rely on the strength of one leg at a time. One more to go on each side. Hang in there, stay strong, drive through those heels, squeeze those glutes, and on your next exhale, lowering yourself down in reverse, articulating through the spine. And well done. Bring those knees to chest, opening wide through the knees, rocking from side to side. You've earned a little break. We're staying on our backs for one more exercise. I'll release my hands from my knees, taking my knees into tabletop at a 90-degree angle. And from here, slowly lowering my feet down to the ground and back up to that 90-degree. I'm taking my inhale as I bring my knee back up into tabletop. Exhale to drop the feet down. Inhale to bring yourself back up. It's important that we exhale on the contraction so that we learn the importance of that lateral breathing through the muscle contraction. You can also shift into a layer 2 movement The difficulty is a little higher if you have an extended leg, but you get to choose your option. And our last rep, dropping the feet to the mat, returning to that 90 degree, bending through the knees. You can stay here or you can rock to seated. This will conclude our session for today. Thank you so much for joining me. It's an honor to be a part of your journey. I can't wait to see you back here for the next workout, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.